store an account. So you've got your account. So that's just, you go to Etsy.com, you sign up with your email and password or a Google account or a Facebook account or whatever. That's your account, okay? Then you need to come along and you need to go to Etsy.com/sell, or in the top right and the little sell on Etsy thing. You need to make a store on top of that account. So let's talk about a couple different things right now. So with Etsy, there is often kind of anti-spam and ban regulations and rules and stuff like this, right? And the system is not very good at picking up what is a legitimate person and what is a spammer and just someone that's looking whatever, right? It's not very good at picking this up. So if you already have an older account, those typically get banned less and get through these kind of automatic, very bad detections much easier. So if you have an older account, definitely use that, right? If you bought on Etsy 10 years ago and you have an account that you can still find the password to, use that account, okay? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a store. When you make your store, it's gonna request, I'm not gonna do it now because honestly, it's actually very simple. I don't wanna overcomplicate it. When you make your store, you have to put in a credit card, debit card, you have to put in the bank account, and you have to make a product, okay? So credit card, debit card, bank account, pretty self-explanatory. I'm not gonna overcomplicate that for you guys. If you can't figure that out, you're never gonna make money with Etsy, and you should give up, okay? So the third thing is you're gonna make that product. So making that product, don't do a product we're actually gonna sell. We're gonna talk about in detail in just a minute which products to sell. Don't do one of those products. We are going to list a digital product. In the beginning, you need to go slow to avoid any banning procedures. So Etsy has automatic banning. They have like AI and algorithms and bunch of computer stuff that bans stores. To avoid one of those initial bans is we are going to list a digital product in the beginning, because you can't get banned for a digital product. It can be literally a picture of a notebook and say, this is a picture of my notebook. This is what I'm selling, and list it for £1,000, right? No one's gonna buy it, doesn't matter. So you do that, that's that product up there, that's that product done. So those are the first initial steps, okay? First initial steps. So typically, if you're making your second account, third account, fourth account, this isn't applicable. It's a little bit different, right? It's a little bit different. You don't wanna do it like this. You wanna make it a little bit different, it's a little bit more complicated, but this for your first account is more than adequate. So which country should you put your store to sell in as, okay? So a lot of guys think like, oh, we're gonna be shipping from China, or let's say I live in Romania. Like if you live in Romania, you should still put your shop location as Romania, which is normally what I recommend, right? Normally what I recommend is put your shop location as wherever you are actually based, because it makes it easier to actually set up your store and avoid bans. And then later on, you can always put your ships from location as a preferred country. Let's say you're in Romania, but you can put your ships from location as the UK if you want to target the UK. So there are more complicated stuff here. There is more complicated stuff here, but I want to obviously run over the kind of beginning stages and get you guys up and going without kind of overly complicating things too much, right? So that's pretty much it for account and store setup, right? I said I don't want to overcomplicate it. I don't want to give you guys too much information to process, but that's how you do it, right? So you want to use, quick recap. You want to use a warmed up account if you have one. If not, just make an account, right? Make an account. When you've made an account, you want to wait a little bit of time before you actually set up the store, okay? Typically, I would recommend a minimum of 48 hours right now, okay? Once you've done waiting 48 hours, you want to go to etsy.com/sell or go to the top right and then click the little sell on Etsy thing. And then you want to start and you want to put in your information, your bank account, your credit card, blah, blah, blah. And you want to list a digital product in the beginning. Digital product, okay? Digital one. There's a section where you select physical, you select digital, select digital. I have to think for a second, but select digital product, okay? Put any photo there. I would recommend taking a photo of something in your room, putting that on there, pretending it's, I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter really, it doesn't matter. You don't need to overcomplicate it.